Is it moving?
It's a tapeworm, bitch. It ain't moving. Ew, what is it? Ew, take it. Oh, it's like green. It looked like a plastic fucking glove. What is this? In the fucking beans, bro. What is that in the beans? Ew, move it! Ah! Stop. No, seriously, something just happened. Something just happened. Close it. Get it the fuck up out of here. Get it out of here, please. Get it out. Get it out. Ew. No, seriously, close the top or something. Close it. Oh my God, no. Ooh, what is that? Ooh, it did something. Oh my God. Wait, open it up again.
No.
No, we gotta like, what the fuck? What's the date on it? You gotta like check the date. Where did you buy this from? Where is this? You bought this right the last time. Where did you get this from? What's the date?
Oh my God, bro.
What the fuck was the, oh my God. It was like something in it and it, I don't know. What was that? No, we gotta investigate. You gotta open it. Come on.
Can you just see this?
We gotta investigate. Oh my God. No Bush's baked beans tonight.
Yeah, welcome back with another banger. Yeah. Hit that like, sub it up, the react files. Hit that like, sub it up, the react files. Y'all feel me?
Also building these data. I have a conspiracy theory regarding these data centers.
No way.
2026 into 2027 is going to be that super El Nino. They're saying the hottest Earth has been in human history.
That's crazy.
But it's like we're also building these data centers that put off an extreme amount of heat. The ocean right now, like specifically the Pacific, holds 11 million terawatt hours of energy.
Never heard of that.
But they said that the whole planet uses 25,000 terawatt hours per year. So we're having an excess of 11 million terawatts being released into the atmosphere. They're saying it's literally going to be the hottest temperatures Earth has ever experienced in known human history. Insane storms, droughts, famines. But it's like, are they using this as an excuse because all these data centers are popping up all over the world?
They say it's the birth pangs of the Antichrist is what causes the famine and the earthquakes and all this stuff. So when they say birth, these data centers are maybe the birthing.
The birth pains of what is to come. Where have you read that? What? The Bible. It's all in the Bible.
Congress is saying right now that the UFO files that the government already dropped were watered down, and they're going to the Capitol steps on June the 9th to demand the real ones. So the guy leading this entire thing right now is the intelligence officer who testified to Congress under oath that we recovered things that were not made by human. He is going to be showing up on June the 9th with 4 different members from Congress, and they're saying that what Trump released last month was scrubbed before the public even got to see it. Over 1 billion people looked at those files whenever they dropped, but Congress is claiming that they held the real ones back. So what did we see? They're trying to push a bill right now called the UAP Disclosure Act to force it all out, and a part of this bill would actually let the government legally seize any alien tech that private companies are secretly holding. It would also create an entirely new government board that has to officially rule on whether something came from non-human intelligence or not. And people are still betting on Kaushi right now on whether or not the US is going to confirm that aliens exist. I'm obviously going to give you updates the second that this happens, so make sure you go ahead and add me if you don't want to miss whatever comes out.
I think Congress it's actually going to drop. Shout out to Nick Jackson. My thing is, how many private companies are holding these spaceships? That's wild. Next, they're going to tell us the MIB is real.
So you think you know better than FEMA what to do with this month's ambrosia shipment?
We're just giving ordinary people the same chance to survive as the bureaucrats in Washington. I think the government made the plague on purpose to get rid of the population growth. Don't believe me? It's all in the numbers. For 100 years, there's been a conspiracy of plutocrats against ordinary people.
Do you have a single fact to back that up?
Number 1, in 1945, corporations paid 50% federal taxes. Now they pay about 5%. Number 2, in 1900, 90% of Americans were self-employed. Now it's about 2%.
So?
It's called consolidation. Strengthen governments and corporations, weaken individuals. With taxes, this can be done imperceptibly over time. Yeah, the secret police. You're just bullies for a completely illegitimate government in Washington. The entire executive branch is handpicked. 19 of the last 23 U.S. presidents have been members of the Trilateral Commission. The Trilateral Commission is financed by the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds. Don't tell me.
That's a think tank. Anyone can become a member.
But not everyone does. That's why they call it the secret government.
Yo, I know y'all usually skip these ads, but don't skip this one. because free cash is actually legit, and they're the ones supporting this video. Free Cash is this program where you can literally earn real money just for trying out apps and games. It's 100% free to sign up. All you need is an email and password. Inside, you'll see a list of games with tasks like reach level 5 or complete a few missions. Once you do that, they credit your account. Those credits turn into real cash. You can cash out through PayPal, crypto, or gift cards. And no, they don't sell your data. They just track your progress so they know how to pay you. The reason this works is because the games pay free cash to get new players, and free cash shares that money with you. That's how people are making $5, $10, sometimes even more just playing a few games in their free time. So yeah, this ad actually helps support my channel, and it's something I use myself. There's literally nothing to lose. It's free, it's fast, it's paying real people every day. Hit the link or scan the QR code, try a couple games, and DM me when you cash out. I want to see who's running it up next.
What if I told you that everything you know about the sky is just a fraction of the truth? I'm going to show you some clips that might make you question space, whether the firmament is real, and if we've been lied to all along.
We'll throttle down and throttle back up.
Was icing on the cake.
Just absolutely incredible right there, and it's going to go pretty high. Watch it go, and shortly we should see that sun. Just see the trail it's leaving behind. Absolutely amazing, and to describe it to you from, and you can see it, but from the ground it almost looks as though a cloud of smoke with its own mind is just shooting through the sky. This is absolutely incredible. Again, you're watching the SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket launch from Vandenberg Air Force Base. This visible from Bakersfield.
Great videos, great evidence. I totally agree. Firmament is real. Shout outs to Anabolic Adam.
Here's another unexplained occurrence that will definitely make you question reality. This car parked in a public parking garage in China does something that no one can explain. Watch as this parked car begins to crush in on itself. With no clear visible force to cause this damage, the parking company itself had no clear explanation of what caused this, outside of something supernatural. Many people in the comments thought the car may have overheated, even though it sat there all day untouched. Leave what you believe a logical explanation to explain this event below. This is Unanswered Universe.
Guys, you're going to see something very bizarre in this video that was shared with me by Ian Chandler out of rural London, England. We're going to get right to it. Here we go. You're looking at a fox in his backyard that was picked up by his motion-activated security camera. He sets out food and water for this fox that comes around every once in a while, and this was one of those nights that it came around at 1:01 in the morning, and he's standing back here minding his own business, eating the food, drinking the water, when all of a sudden you can see he's noticing something over here by the fence. So he walks over to the fence, starts kind of looking around, smelling around. This is the fence right here that I've inserted. I'll show it to you again. That's the fence in the daytime. Did you see what happened? The fox disappeared, walked right through the fence. The time sequence did not change. This video has not been altered in any way. Watch it again up close. Okay, he's standing there eating, minding his own business, when all of a sudden, he notices something. He's drawn to the fence. So he walks over to the fence, stops. Something has him very drawn to the fence. Then all of a sudden, he just walks right through the fence. Are you serious right now? You can't make this stuff up. With all of the billions of cameras around the world that are recording 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, they're bound to catch something mysterious like this, because we do live in a spiritual, energetic world, and every once in a while, it's bound to happen that something unexplainable is going to be captured on camera. And I think this was one of those times, by Ian out of rural London, England. And as you can see, there's no broken parts to this fence whatsoever. It's in pristine condition, but somehow on this night, the fox walked right through the fence. Make that make sense. Truth is indeed stranger than fiction.
Okay.
Making this account because some serious shit's going on. Okay, and look here, this is real. Okay, I'm real. It's me.
You sure?
Not AI, not anything. Okay. AI, James, do this.
No.
This is me.
Something is up with James Franco.
Some serious stuff going on. That's why I'm contacting you. That's why I'm doing this.
Okay.
I know it may seem crazy, but what's going on? What's the gimmick? No, this is real. Real. Okay, I can't say too much right now. I just need you to follow me. I don't know. Look down. I'm gonna show you some crazy stuff. Okay, just follow me. Show me.
Now, I'm not sure if James is looking to get more followers, or he's trying to build his platform, or he's trying to join some programs to make some bread, but something is going on with James Franco. He looks stressed. He looks like he's going through something. Word is he left the country. People are saying that HW blackballed him. This is what people are saying. I wouldn't know. I wasn't there. But something's going on with him, guys. And I don't know what it is, and everybody's trying to find out. That's why I'm making this video, to let you guys know something is up with James Franco. He's pissed off. He's mad. Something is happening. Something. And I don't know what it is. Maybe it's nothing. Anyway, guys, entertainment purposes only. Go follow James Franco, bro. He put the piece of paper up to let you know that he's not AI. Now, I'm not sure if this is AI or not, but let me know what you think, guys. Something is up with James Franco, and I really don't know. I'm out.
Yeah, we talked about this on the live stream with Ted and Explore the Weird. Those numbers have a connection to the movie Monsters, Inc. Shout outs to True Story 718. Something's definitely weird about all of this. I guess if you know, you know.
There it is, bro. Look at that. Look, bro. Go read it. What? Yes.
Controversial rap album originally scheduled for late 2001 that featured the depiction of the World Trade Center exploding before 9/11. Tech, the album is party music by Oakland-based political hip-hop duo The Coup. The Coup?
The Coup. Bro, how?
The date.
First of all, what's Coup?
Finalized in June 2001. Why? No, there's two months prior to that.
I got another one for you. Okay, there's a music group called I Am the World Trade Center. Okay, 2001 album. Get ready for this, bro.
Okay, released July 17th, 2 months before 9/11.
The song 11 is September. When did it happen?
September.
And what's the name of the group?
World Trade Center.
I Am the World Trade Center. What a name for a fucking group.
The truth is always hidden in plain sight. This is the father of the NASA program, an ex-member of the Nazi party, Werner von Braun. He's the man that supposedly got us to the moon 6 times. So why does he have this verse on his tombstone? Psalm 19:1, the heavens declare the glory of God and the firmament showeth his handiwork. The firmament, the upper boundary God created to separate the waters above from the waters below, that contradicts everything about space. So how could the lead director of Hitler's missile program become the father of NASA, and why would he place that verse on his tombstone? Well, let me take you on a quick journey. After World War II, the US government launched Operation Paperclip, secretly smuggling in thousands of Nazi scientists. Their war crimes would not only be erased, but they'd be rewarded into high-ranking positions in government programs, such as NASA and even the CIA, where ex-Nazi experiments would continue into what we now know as MKUltra. But that's another story. Enter Werner von Braun, top Nazi rocket engineer under this guy himself, would get rebranded as America's poster boy of space travel. Braun would partner with 33rd degree Freemason Walt Disney, the man who practically had his hand on the pulse of Americans and could manipulate the young like no one else. These two would work together overtime in spewing the sci-fi garbage into hypnotizing the minds of the masses. Before this, the average person couldn't even fathom the idea of going to outer space, let alone going to another planet. Now, what's even crazier is Werner von Braun predicted the ambiguous Elon Musk and his desire to colonize Mars. Yup, back in 1952 in his science fiction novel, he writes, the leader who would colonize Mars will be named Elon. Can't make this shit up. And that's not a coincidence, it's predictive programming. Now here's an old tweet from Elon sharing one of his fake X images saying, probably the most in space you could possibly feel by being in a glass dome. Glass dome. Like the one mentioned in the Bible where Job says, hast thou with him spread out the sky, which is strong and as a molten looking glass. He's talking about the firmament, y'all. They are very careful with their words. They love to mock you. And you love it. I'm not sure how many have actually spotted this mind control propaganda, but every presidential election we've had over the past several decades have made claims that we'll be heading to Mars in the near future. Just watch.
A journey into tomorrow, a journey to another planet, a manned mission to Mars.
I should tell you that the first mission is scheduled to land on Mars on July the 4th, 1997, Independence Day.
Using the Crew Exploration Vehicle, we will undertake extended human missions to the moon as early as 2015, with the goal of living and working there for increasingly extended periods of time. Human missions to Mars and to worlds beyond.
We've been there before. There's a lot more of space to explore and a lot more to learn when we do.
We'll establish a foundation for an eventual mission to Mars and perhaps someday to many worlds beyond. We dare to dream big, and that's what our country is doing again. We're dreaming big.
And of course, we've got multiple examples of amateur rockets being shot straight up, and yet eventually they always come to an abrupt stop, almost as if they're hitting a vaulted ceiling. I'll leave this verse right here. But speaking of vaulted ceilings, let's not forget of Hillary Clinton, who seems to be in the know and just loves to throw it in our faces.
So we weren't able to shatter that hardest glass ceiling this time, thanks to you. It's got about 18 million cracks in it. And it may be hard to see tonight, but we are all standing under a glass ceiling right now. Still not shattered, that highest and hardest glass ceiling, but someday someone will, and hopefully sooner than we might think right now.
And by reading the comments, it seems like people have caught on to what she's really trying to say here. So, at the end of his life, the man who was responsible for the rockets that would take us to the moon, the golden boy of space travel, chose that one verse for his grave. The firmament showeth his handiwork. Yeah, if that's not a confession, I don't know what is.
I agree. If that ain't a confession, I don't know what is. Shout out to Electric Being. I think it's wild how all the presidents say the same thing. According to them, we should have been there already. If it was true.
A group of psychologists studied 400 different movies to find the most realistic psychopath. And the winner was Anton Chigurh from No Country for Old Men. It said that he appears to be effectively invulnerable to any form of humanity or emotion. Popular characters Hannibal Lecter and Patrick Bateman didn't even make the top 25. The actor who played Danny in The Shining didn't know it was a horror movie until after he was done with filming. He was led to believe that he was just filming a drama movie about a family that lives in a hotel. This was the original design for Voldemort, which many find far more terrifying than what they went with. The woman who voiced the demon Pazuzu in The Exorcist had a son who killed his entire family. He then proceeded to shoot himself in both temples simultaneously, and he did all of this while wearing a Freddy Krueger mask. While filming Poltergeist, the clown doll nearly killed Robbie Freeling when an animatronic error caused its arm to tighten around his neck. When the actor started gesturing that he couldn't breathe, Steven Spielberg thought he was just improv acting. A group of
Gravity isn't natural. It's created. I posted this and went crazy. I got a million DMs and people want me to break this down on how this is possible. So here we go. First, for context, there's 4 types of forces that exist in nature: a weak force, a strong force, electromagnetic force, and then there's gravity. I said gravity is the weakest force, hence why it's easier to control, which alludes to if gravity is created, then it's easier to control because it's not natural. Now, this one's for all the great debaters. A graviton, which gravity is made up of and makes it possible, has never been seen by scientists till this day. How come we can view the elements of all other particles except gravity? And if you don't know what a graviton is, a graviton makes gravity possible where the pushes and pulls occur, etc. Which means if they've never seen it, how does it work? How is this possible at all? So for all you great debaters, answer this for me. This one's very self-explanatory. How does gravity disappear for a human in space, but exist at the same time for a moon or a sun? Forces cannot be erased, i.e. energy can't be created nor destroyed. Now, this one gets crazy. Bob Lazar, who worked at Area 51, which he said, explains how element 115 is used for anti-gravity tech when they say it didn't exist until 2003. Wait, hold on. So back in the 1980s, he said it existed. They said it didn't exist. Then in 2003, it exists when Russian scientists discovered it. And yes, this element is on the table now since 2003, moscovium. Then scientists and researchers say, well, this 115 is different from the 115 that Bob Lazar is talking about. How convenient. Being that it's named 115, it has 115 protons, which gives it massive density, which means it would be perfect for gravitational pull. Let's not forget, I'm an equal opportunist smoke giver because this guy said element 115 is not the same. Please don't talk about science so confidently if you are not a scientist, otherwise you will fail. Then I say 115 moscovium has 115 protons, which means it has more pull. It's perfect for gravity and they can say it's unstable all they want, but disclosing you discovered anti-gravity to the world would be silly. And just for the cherry on top, when Einstein was explaining gravity, mass plus energy, which bends space-time, guess what? They can't explain to this day how space-time shapes or how it's even formed at all. So thanks for playing. Have a good night. You can't debate me on this.
I think the question is, what is it created by? Shout outs to the Maverick approach. Reminds me of what Jesus the Living Son was talking about. I believe he had mentioned something about buoyancy and density. Gravity itself is still just a theory. Yeah, that moscovium, that definitely wasn't in the textbooks when I was in school.
You guys thought the Paris catacombs were bad. Have you heard of the Palermo catacombs? Okay, so beneath the streets of Palermo, Sicily is one of the most eerie burial sites in Europe, the Capuchin catacombs of Palermo. What began in the 1500s as a way to bury Capuchin monks turned into a massive mummified cemetery. Locals and wealthy citizens paid to be preserved and placed in niches along the underground corridors. Thousands of skeletons and corpses are on display. Some of them dressed in their best clothes and others stand or lie in the niches, and they're all grouped by gender, age, and status. One of the most famous is Rosalia Lombardo, a 2-year-old child whose body, preserved in the 1920s, still looks almost like she's sleeping. The catacombs are a haunting record of death rituals and preservation techniques spanning centuries, which is actually pretty cool, and they attract visitors from all around the world.
Could you imagine going to that place? Shout outs to Italy. At least they dressed in their Sunday best. Shout outs to M. Harris with this pretty cool history lesson. That's insane.
Can somebody tell me what is actually happening to the female celebrities in Hollywood? I haven't seen any men acting like this, but multiple females. What's happening?
I think I was funny. He told me he loved me and he was like, you gotta trust yourself. And he picked me.
The movie's not a movie without you now.
That's right. Not heard that one yet.
Really?
Okay. I mean, that would be incredible.
Is that something? So that's something that you're open to?
Oh yeah, Kirby's been one of my favorite characters to ever play. She was just
I will say when I'm with my sister or we're in the car, sometimes like Who Says is one of the songs but I was 16 and that's what.
It has been very well known that every single one of these female celebrities has endured some kind of extreme trauma. But it makes me wonder, are they all going to the same doctor? What's happening? And it's not just the fact that their speech has completely slowed down or their bright personalities have completely dimmed out and the light in their eyes is gone. It's these weird mouth movements I've been noticing.
The left side.
the life of me be happy. I was so depressed and I just couldn't find my way out.
You wanted to be happy too. That's the thing. You were
desperately
looking forward to having the baby.
I'm not talking about age here, you guys. I'm talking about the light being completely removed from their eyes. There's so many people in the comment section are going to say, these are 20 years apart. You guys, the smile does not reach the eyes anymore. What is happening?
Looks like it was a rough road in Hollywood. Shout outs to A Truth for You. I think we can definitely say Holly Weird is the weirdest it's ever been.
Ce cartoon de 2016 avait prédit la mort de Kobe Bryant avec un crash d'hélicoptère identique.
It's Kobe Bryant! Help me!
Parce que les sacrifices de sportifs font partie d'un rituel massif. Il est mort à 41 ans. Et Kyle Busch le rejoint aussi, à 41 ans. 3 jours après que Victor Wembanyama, surnommé l'Alien, ait marqué 41 points. Kyle Busch avait tourné des publicités où il se faisait enlever par des aliens pour normaliser l'idée d'abduction. Kobe Bryant avait collaboré avec Nike pour des chaussures extraterrestres. Et Wemby fait la même chose aujourd'hui avec des chaussures aliens. En gématria, Alien est égal à 41. 1941, c'est Pearl Harbor. Et la construction du Pentagone, le 11 septembre, même jour que sa destruction. C'est pas une coïncidence. Pour cette finale NBA, on a le même match-up que 1999. Spurs contre Knicks à New York. Les Spurs avaient Duncan et Robinson, surnommés les tours jumelles. Maintenant, ils ont Wembanyama, numéro 1, qui symbolise la tour unique. Et son nom en gématria équivaut à World Trade Center. Les Knicks avaient Rick Brunson, numéro 9. Cette année, c'est son fils qui porte le numéro 11. Complétion du rituel 9-11. Et Spielberg avait commencé la programmation il y a des décennies. Avec E.T., on nous apprend à accueillir l'entité. Avec la guerre des mondes, on nous montre la fin de l'humanité. Même l'affiche ressemble au trophée de la Coupe du Monde. Et maintenant, son nouveau film sort exactement entre la finale NBA et le début du mondial. Parce que le sport et le cinéma racontent la même histoire. La chute des tours et le remplacement progressif de l'humain.
And that's a wrap. Hope you enjoyed the deep dive. If you enjoyed this video, please consider to give it a like, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. Shout outs to all the reactors. Thanks again. Till next time.